All right, Suckabilly here in Lexington, Nebraska, Dawson County Raceway. Chad Dolan, how's it going, Chad?
Great, how you doing, Billy?
Really good, really good. Night 4 of a 4-night swing for the High Plains Late Model Series. I'm actually kind of glad that you rained out earlier in the year. 4-day swings, 5-day swings, 6-day swings. It really attracts me and allows us to be successful.
You bet. Glad to have you here.
So yeah, tell me a little bit about the race. It started out as like a 1,500 to win race, and if we can see here, it's been increased to $2,000, and you got some other cash perks going on. Why don't you tell me about that?
Eric Potts and they came on board. Kevin Safranik Farms. I mean, there's been some people that added some money to it, and so we got it to 2,000 to win, 250 to start. The pay down's good, so. Just got a lot of people involved. The Esslinger family was really involved in putting this race together also for their dad. So looking forward to a really good night tonight. Wes was a fantastic guy, was Kent Tucker's crew chief, Larry Conyers' crew chief, was pretty late model oriented, and tonight's about wanting to honor him and just another fantastic night for our fans.
So is this a memorial race been going on in the past, or?
No, this is the first year This is the first year. Wes passed away last winter, I believe, of complications from COVID, and Wes had been able to make it to a few races. So, in the past year or two, so was kind of excited to be able to get him out here and really feel for the family. A few of his family members work here for us at the racetrack week in and week out, so it's kind of a nice deal to be able to give back.
And you've really turned this into a pretty big deal. I see bikes here. I've heard through the grapevine, $100 bonuses for the late models.
There is. Gary and Jackie Herbst Towing from North Platte are doing Herbst Towing Fast Slap in each one of the races tonight for the late models. So each heat race, if there's B feature, A feature, each race of the late models on the track, the fastest lap, that guy will get $100 from Herbst Towing.
So I'm sure that's going to entice a few more drivers.
I think so. It gives the guy an opportunity of an extra $200 anyway with the heat and feature if he would be the fastest lap in both. So potentially somebody could leave with $2,200.
So I don't know if this is like how this ranks as far as like the biggest late model event or biggest event here at Dawson County.
We haven't had a late models, super late models at Lexington since 2012, I believe, and I actually competed in that race. It was an SLMR event, so I mean, the super late models just don't really get out this far west, and the High Plains Series, and Jerry gave us an opportunity to work together on some things, and that made it a little more affordable for us to be able to have a late model event here. So many of the late model events are just $20,000, $30,000 to bring the guys, and it's just not feasible for a facility like ours, and made this be able to work out. So we've got a lot of top competitors rolling in here to the Dawson County Raceway. I think there's 15 guys here now, guys from Texas, like you said, on the west side of the slope out there. Got Dakota Berry from Grand Junction.
I was going to say, I bumped into you there at Oberlin. We chatted for a bit, but it's incredible. Texas, Kansas, Colorado, yep. South Dakota, Nebraska.
Yep. It is. It's really well supported. I mean, the guys, like you say, cut these 4-day deals where they can come and race for a few days and make some money, or try to put some money in their pockets to make it more feasible is really important. And it's important for us to try to take care of the racers in that respect also. So just really excited about tonight. Know a lot of these guys, really appreciate them supporting the racetrack. Just got word literally about 5 minutes ago that pretty exciting that Kyle Burke is going to be here tonight. So
the Marquette Missile
is going to be here tonight. I'm really excited, really happy for that. Kyle cut his teeth here. My brother and I started racing in 1988 here, and Kyle was here racing the Widener Chevrolet late model then as a young kid, and so
it'd be homecoming for him.
It's Kyle's 40th year, and Kyle had called me actually just a little bit ago and said that he wanted to come and wants everybody to come out and see him. That it's his 40th year. There's speculation that it could be Kyle's last year behind the wheel of the 14 car. It's for this area, it's a chance that you're probably not going to get again. So
and that next generation of Burks, they're just right around the corner from.
Yeah. And Kyle's working with a young brown kid that's been driving the 55 car. And Kyle is trying to, I think, pass his legacy on and with everything that Kyle and Belinda know, and they've given so much to the sport also, and just like all these guys. I mean, I see Delbert Smith out here, I see Chris Bragg out here, I see all these guys, and I mean,
And how about Delbert Smith second last night? He still has it.
Yeah, he. I asked him, I said, how long are you going to keep doing this, Delbert? He said, till I can't get in the car anymore. So I mean, Delbert's done a lot of things. I mean, from the Show Me 100 to the, to all those type of things. I mean, MLRA wins. I mean, NCRA champion. Him and his son are both NCRA champions. So I mean, it's really fortunate to be able to have these guys here tonight. I hope everybody comes out. It's, humbled to have you here tonight, Billy, the Psycho Billy Cadillac Tour. I mean, it just really humbled to have the support that we have at the Dawson County Raceway.
Happy to be here, Chad. Glad you let me come down to cover it. Kind of touch on that briefly about these SLMR guys they ran last night. How far was that racetrack from here?
It's between 2 and 2.5 hours away. I know there were some guys tore up last night. A lot of those guys have been running all over, so we're expecting, a few of the SLMR guys. Not a lot, I don't think. The tour of the tour that is here, I mean, there was 14 cars here, by 11 o'clock this morning, so, and I know that there's a lot of other guys, that are rolling in. Jake Neal's coming, I believe Corey Dumpert's going to be here tonight.
We're easily going to have the biggest turnout of this 4-race swing.
I think so. I mean, for sure. So, I mean, like I said, excited. We're going to have the races rolling by 6 o'clock tonight. The late models will run first. They run, their heat races will be first. Their feature will be first tonight. A lot of those guys got 6 to 12-hour drives home. Some of them have kids that have school tomorrow. So we want to make sure that we get those in, and we've got our other 5 classes of IMCA cars running tonight also. So we'll move our program along as quickly as possible and get everybody home in a good time. And got a lot of giveaways. Buy our t-shirts, buy one, get one free. 100 hot dogs and Cokes free to the first 100 that come through the gate from Heartland Chevrolet and Platte Valley Auto.
So get here early.
Yeah, a lot of things going on. So it'd be a really good night to come out. Gates open at 3:30 and the races will start by 6.
Chad Dolan, I cannot end this interview. I cover a lot of open late model stuff. Tell me about that MLRA career. You ran MLRA for a little while.
It was a short period of time I ran MLRA. I only ran about 4 or 5 races. And Harriet and Cowboy, were running it at that time. And I mean, most of my career was in an IMCA modified, raced late model for 3 years, raced the MDLMS series, finished top 5 in points at that.
And where were you living during this period?
Gibbon, Nebraska, where I still live, which is basically an hour away from the racetrack.
Okay.
When I'm not living in a camper here at the racetrack. But yeah, I got to race against a lot of these guys, which helped a bunch. When you get to know those guys. In the MLRA, I was a field filler at best. MDLMS, I won a super late model race at Salina, Kansas. With a group of guys. Russ Kennedy was helping me on my car then. Russ was the owner of Tony Gregg's car back in the day of the NCRA when Tony was winning the NCRA and things. And I've been really blessed, my family, my brother, and really blessed.
That's awesome. As a track promoter, we all know you've got a gazillion things to do, so I need to let you get to work.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving me a piece of your time.
Appreciate
Chad Dolan,
it.
everybody.
Come on out tonight, and thanks Psycho Billy, and thanks for being a part of the Psycho Billy Cadillac Tour.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.